Greetings from Tromerville. This is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of The Toxic Avenger. And you know, folks, when we're not making those great movies like Romeo and Juliet and Return to Nukem High Volume 1 and Volume 2, we like to kick back and listen to The Horror Show, because The Horror Show with Bill and Mike and what are your names again?
Sean and Joe.
With Sean and Joe. The horror show with Sean and Joe rhymes, and that's reason enough for it to be the best show that we gay people like.
Hello everybody and welcome to The Horror Show, the show that dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite and not so favorite horror movies and other horror related events. I'm Sean.
I'm Joe.
I wasn't ready for this, Joe.
For what?
Just to start the show.
Oh,
just to start the show.
Good.
So we're going to be doing something a little different. Man, it feels like it's been forever.
So just the two of us.
You know what? Yeah, since it's just the two of us, since it's been no weird lummoxes hanging around. And Creature Feature Month really took its toll on me.
Yeah, for sure.
It took a way bigger toll on me than I thought. I wasn't sure I was ever going to watch a horror movie again. After watching some of the shit I watched.
One after another. I mean, we didn't even touch, what we talked about was just the tip of the iceberg.
I know.
There's so much more that we watched.
And there was so much stuff we watched that we didn't even talk about because we were just...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'd get so disgusted with one thing that we'd talk about it for 10 minutes.
Yeah. It was awful.
It really was.
I haven't watched an enjoyable horror movie in a while.
It's funny. I just moved the microphone, so hopefully I didn't pick up. Yeah, I was just thinking, actually, it's kind of funny. Recently, I've been on a bender of like newer horror movies and really good ones. Actually, I've been watching some really good stuff, and I've really been enjoying myself. And like I've been binge watching almost. And I just realized it was probably because I'd been watching such crap for so long that it was just such a relief.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, I'm like the opposite. I have not watched a good one. I just can't stop watching shit.
Oh my god.
It's like heroin. Like I just can't stop watching bad things.
Oh, man. So this episode's going to be a little different. We have October coming up, so this is kind of a weird tweener episode. I really couldn't talk about Creature Features one more time, though. So we're going to talk about Scaricon.
Yeah.
A convention we went to that was really fun. We're going to talk about... that's basically it.
Pretty much
some other stuff.
Some of our schedule for the upcoming month.
Yep. We'll tell you guys what's going on for October, and it's really going to be it. But first, guys, you guys need to get on our Facebook page if you're not already on there. It is a blast lately. We're talking a lot of bullshit. We're talking.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's awesome. It's a blast. And so I have some comments from some people that I wanted to share. Some of these go back to a lot older ideas, but throwing your 2 cents, and this is kind of just to show you what people are talking about. So let's see. We have an email or a Facebook message from Brooke K. She says, I'm catching up on all the early episodes and I just have so much to say. Sean, I loved your one-man show because you were so weird about being the only one there. Okay. Oh, and then it says smile emoticon. I guess that's what happens when you copy paste out of Facebook. It just writes it. Smile emoticon.
Wait, it's spelled out emoticon?
Yeah,
Whoa,
when I
really?
copied and pasted it, it said smile emoticon.
That's awesome.
I thought, yeah. And you were so weird about being the only one. Well, that's because it was really weird talking to no one and really having nothing to say and trying to fill up any amount of time. Like, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it. I would feel weird just sitting here talking
Honestly,
to myself.
to say I did it is a great over exaggeration. It was barely held together. It was awful.
If you were to do it again, would you ask yourself questions like you're asking them to me?
Well, now I'm going to.
And then use a different character?
That is 100% what I'm going to do. There's some guy in radio that's done that. I forgot what his name is, but he plays like 60 characters on his show.
On his own show?
Yeah. He does. People have talked to him. It's like, oh yeah, that guy's so funny. And it's him. He does like, and honestly, he'll have a fight with 6 different people. And he can, like, they have individual personalities. He does not get them mixed up or anything.
That's amazing.
It's really weird. That's a sad life. She also goes on to say, what I've loved the most about the format you guys have going is that you are obviously friends who have watched a lot of these films together, but that you are almost at opposite ends of what I think of as a horror buff spectrum. For example, where you each stand on movies like Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch. 2 movies I think are pretty divisive. Is that a right word? Divisive,
yeah.
Among horror movie lovers. I enjoy hearing the opinion that I have confirmed by one of you and challenged by the other. So essentially, Brooke, is what you're saying is we don't make people feel stupid because I'm here. Joe,
What if she falls on your end?
That's true. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe
I'm the idiot.
No, I don't think you're the idiot. I think she might have a brain, or she falls onto my end of the spectrum. Oh, well, that's rude too, because now if she does fall onto my end of the spectrum, now I'm insulting her. Well, we'll just leave it at that. Thanks, Brooke. We really appreciate that, though. But I think that was honestly our plan when we started the show. That was kind of my idea. Was like, Joe. I know Joe had seen a shitload more movies than I had, and I was like, yeah, you can like.
I mean, that honestly was like your original pitch to me. It was like,
yeah, like I'm an idiot.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like,
but that's what it is, though.
You like movies like Paranormal and Blair Witch, and I like, Cannibal Holocaust.
And by the way, can we just? Those aren't like the only 2 movies.
No, I know that. I know.
I would hate for people to be like, this idiot. Those are his 2 favorite movies. They're not even close. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate new stuff, and I don't mind remakes, and I don't mind reboots. Give it all to me. Give me the Jessica Biels revamping absolute classics.
The Kelly Leaks.
And I'll eat them up. So that was awesome. So get on Facebook so you can talk to us like these people. We also had a great email from Mike H on our Facebook page. I keep saying email like an old man. They post these things on our Facebook page. I don't know what you call them. Posts. He says, listening to the favorite anthologies part 3, amused at Sean's anger over the story The Locket from Campfire Tales. The Alvin Schwartz book In a Dark, Dark Room, the book that has the story The Green Ribbon, is a collection of horror stories retold by Alvin Schwartz. It's probably a story in public domain. In any case, it's not his story and there is no real plagiarism. Other than that, still a lot of fun. Well, that devastated me. I then proceeded to ask him something along the lines of, please don't tell me that every Alvin Schwartz story is
public domain. It's just him
retelling it and getting a creepy artist to draw it. And he said a lot of them are based on though.
Even the Big Toe?
Probably, when you think about it. I mean, those don't sound.
Do you remember the Big Toe?
Yeah, I do.
Was that the one where there's just a toe growing out of the dirt, right?
Yeah.
And they like water it?
Yeah.
Like take care of it?
So disgusting. I'm sure some of them are original, but apparently a lot of them. But I mean, he's retelling them. He's using his words to tell them. So, which I think have a lot to do with it.
Right.
Some author would be like, of course it does. You fucking idiot. Fucking stupid shit. Oh boy. And the last one. Ryan S. sent us a message saying that we should start talking about shows, especially Twin Peaks.
I would love to talk about Twin Peaks because I've been wanting to revisit it.
So I watched the first 2 episodes, enjoyed them. They were pretty good. But he says they're super creepy. I don't want to say anything else because they might be spoilers. I don't know. But pretty good idea. When I first said it, I said, it's kind of tough to do because it's so chronological. We can't be like, okay, season 2, episode 4 of it.
We would just have to watch it and talk about
then
the
I was
series.
thinking we could probably squeeze them in at the end of every episode if we can get our shit together and do like nice tight shows and not just be messes and talking nonstop out of
So
our ass.
we can't talk about Twin Peaks. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, here's what we do. We just add it to the end. Like we talk about our movie. When we wrap things up, we'll say, we're going to talk about the next 2 episodes of Twin Peaks. And we kind of talk about them at the end.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea. And we could do a lot of horror shows like that.
I really want to revisit, or not revisit because I've never seen it. Kolchak the Night Stalker.
So is that a show or a movie? You keep
No,
bringing that up
it's
to
a
me.
show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like each episode is this dude that like investigates different paranormal things. Like I think the first episode's about Jack the Ripper or somebody that's copying Jack the Ripper or something like that.
When was the movie made? The show was in the
70s, yeah.
That's so weird. That is so bizarre.
Yeah.
We're going to start this and we're going to be so pissed.
No, I think I'm going to like it.
I don't think you're going
No, I am because I tried to start watching it and realized about 3 episodes in that I was watching Kojak with Telly Savalas. This isn't very spooky at all.
This man is very charming. Coach. Oh my God. Oh, that is great stuff. That's absolutely awesome. All right. So that's it for the Facebook messages. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. Not that our fans are boring. They're awesome, but Scaricon. I talk myself into problems. Like I talk myself into a hole.
Oh, I'm aware.
I try to explain myself and I just end up way worse than I started. Re-listening to the last episode when I accused the evil Dana of being a racist. And then I said, no, she's not, hopefully. And I just kept digging. From there, it was just no way out.
Right.
Sorry, evil Dana. I was thinking about that on the way over and I was like, well, that's kind of shitty. Imagine you listen to a podcast every week and then they accuse you of being a racist.
Well, see, you're doing it again because you never accused her of anything. You made a harmless joke.
Oh my God. I'm the worst. Sorry, Evil Dana. Evil Dana is the best. So check out her Tumblr page, theevildana.tumblr.com. She's got super cool photography.
Yeah, she does.
So, Scarecon. We went there September 13th.
Dude, that is crazy. It's
So long ago, man. It's
fuck.
And we were
What have I been doing?
And think about it. We were still recording Creature Features. What a nightmare. What a goddamn nightmare. So this is my first big convention. I guess I'll use the term big. Bigger than the last one I went to.
Right. So let's just say this was your second convention.
This was my second convention. The first one was about the size of a living room.
My room, yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. And sorry, CT, whatever. Horror Fest? CT Horror Fest?
I
I don't know. Putting you on blast. Get your shit right. Better act right. So this was my second one. Pretty big size, would you say? Like compared to the ones you've been to, or?
Yeah. Obviously it wasn't as big as the Chiller Theater that I go to every year, but it was pretty decent.
It was
decently sized.
Fucking 4 hours away.
So that's what killed us because it was. I mean, from where we live, that's like going to Cooperstown, which is there's nothing on your way there.
4 hours.
Nothing.
4 hours away. Just green grass and me talking.
Yeah, and it's those fucking country miles where
Oh my God.
the exits are 32 miles apart.
Yeah, it was brutal. So we get in. We saw Jawa as soon as we walk in.
Yeah, we did.
Jawa walking down the hall.
I love the cosplay, man. Like, I wish I had the balls to wake up in the morning and just be like, I'm going to put on this fucking outfit.
You know who I'm going to be today? You know who I'm going to be today? Not fucking me. I'm
Yeah.
going to be a fictional character.
I'm going to
today.
walk into a casino dressed as a Star Wars character.
With-
I'm honestly not making fun of you. Like,
No.
I wish I had the balls to do
Same,
that.
same. Or like just the attention span and the attention to detail to create those things.
Yeah, some of those are so good. Like, my Jawa outfit would look like shit.
My Jawa would honestly be just a brown comforter wrapped around me, and like goggles.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I might do that at the next con. The cosplay is cool. You know what? I'm just kind of let down by I see these pictures of these like big, huge cons and these festivals.
Right.
And the cosplay there is nuts. It's like every 2 feet, there's like a gang of cosplay people.
Right.
And like, I just want to see that so bad.
Yeah, I mean, the one that
It was kind of small.
It was smaller, so
Yeah.
you're not going to see that output.
And it was also up in the middle of New York, where you probably get hung if you fucking dress up as a cartoon character.
Dude, I mean,
You gotta take
I don't want to
to
shit on any listeners from Verona, New York, but that was like, I mean, we're going up towards Canada, and it was like we were going to where Deliverance takes place.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
It was a little wild. And but I mean, I'm assuming if you dress up as a cartoon character in this town, they're not going to really take kindly to it. I feel like there's not an outlet for people up there of that kind. They were probably nuts over this Scarecon. They were probably like, "Thank you."
I can't believe, like even though it was small, how many people were there? Because it, like we've said 30 times in the past 2 minutes, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was really in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we asked somebody in the elevator where they were from. And they're like, "Yeah, from around here." I was like, "Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?"
Yeah, but that also means like 40 miles away.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He said it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, right down the street,
Next town over."
Some pretty cool booths there. Michael C. Hall no shows.
Wait, no. Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Not Dexter.
Oh, yeah. That's who that is. Oh, that's an unfortunate similar name.
It's the kid from Breakfast Club.
Yeah, the kid from the Breakfast Club.
He's so much older than me.
We walk in and we're greeted to this giant sign that says Anthony Michael Hall has not shown up yet. We have been unable to contact him. We don't know his whereabouts. Like, I mean, they were putting him on blast for that.
Oh, yeah. And
They could have easily just said, like, we're still waiting to
Yeah.
hear from him.
Or he's just not coming.
He's not. We've been unable to locate him. What? So we
My fiance takes the 4-hour trek with us because she's so excited to meet Anthony Michael Hall. And of course, that's the first thing she sees when we walk in. Just him not being there.
Completely devastated. She was so mad. So we walk in. We're greeted by that. There were some pretty cool exhibits. We saw a Ghostbusters thing there. But the guests were on point, in my opinion. That was my favorite thing about it. I thought they had the best guest list there. You had Lloyd Kaufman, Felissa Rose.
Yep. Doug Bradley was there.
Doug Bradley, Bill Moseley, John Kassir.
C. Thomas fucking Howell.
C. Thomas Howell. Who's... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking right now.
Mr. Rockmore. Ken Foray.
That's the one,
Yeah,
Ken Foray, yeah. You had Bennett from Cobra there.
Fucking awesome.
It was a pretty good time. Super crowded, but it was a blast.
Say Joe Bob Briggs.
Oh, Joe Bob Briggs, who we didn't get to interview. 2 of our interviews fell through. Joe Bob, who never committed, his assistant told us, she wasn't there that day. So she's like, I can't book anything. So you just kind of have to go talk to him and see if he's available, which he wasn't, which was a shame, but I still got to meet him and that was awesome. And like shake his hand. He's old now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's just sad.
That's what happens.
It's just sad when your heroes are like that, right? But it's even
But
sad.
he looked great.
But it's even sad. No, he didn't look bad. But it's just like, you like remember him.
Yeah.
The jet black hair sitting in the recliner. But it's even worse when your heroes are just kind of, I don't want to say rude. What was he? Indifferent? Just kind of didn't give a fuck.
I guess so.
So we talked to John Kassir, who had agreed to do an interview with us. And we approached him and he told us he was not available to do an interview, which is sure. That's fine. We had press passes, by the way, hanging right in front of us that said press or media or whatever. And I said, well, listen, since you can't do the interview right now, could you do a bumper for the show? And he said, yeah, for $30. And we politely declined because and he said, if we give it to you, then we have to give it to everyone. It's like, well, no, you don't. Because there's only one person here with press passes. And there's probably only 4 total press passes there all weekend.
Right.
So that was a bummer.
Yeah.
And he seemed like a genuinely nice guy.
He really did.
I mean, he was just working that con.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mean con like conning us.
He was working the convention.
He was working the convention, and so it was just a bummer, though. We would have really liked to have talked to him.
Yeah, I definitely want to have some questions I wanted to ask.
Oh, we had such good questions for him.
We did.
They were awesome.
And I mean, even though we're disappointed, like you said, he did genuinely seem to care about the fans that were in line. So I'm not.
Oh yeah, he liked the paying people.
Yeah,
he just didn't like us. But it's all good.
But honestly, I got to interview Lloyd Kaufman, and that was the first thing we did when we got there. And I've never given an interview in my entire life.
Yeah.
And it was like we walked in, immediately interviewed him, and I think I'm still smiling from it. Like, I could have just left. We drove 4 hours. I could have left right after that. You could have just been like, Joe, let's go. I would have gotten in the car, and I would have been, this is the best trip of my life.
Same. I mean, at that point, and maybe that was kind of our problem. We kind of lost our edge after that because I was like, I don't even care if we get no one after this.
Yeah.
Like, we probably could have fought for an interview, but after Lloyd, I was just like, wow.
Yeah. Dude, I was on cloud 9.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Lloyd fucking Kaufman.
So, here, without further ado, here is our interview with Lloyd.
This is Joe, and I'm here with Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma, the legend. Let's had a few questions for you, Lloyd. We're from Connecticut, and we work in the New Haven area. We're wondering if you could share about your experience at Yale.
Well, this is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Trauma Entertainment and creator of the Toxic Avenger. But at Yale, I don't remember seeing the Toxic Avenger there, to be honest. I think he was going to Harvard. But George Bush was in my class, the greatest president of the United States of America. And we used to run around, we'd frolic on campus, and Bush was always looking for weapons of mass destruction in New Haven, and we never could figure out that. And then we took a bath together. And that was my Yale career. Thank you.
Did Oliver Stone ever join in?
Oliver, no, but we met in second grade, and our parents were very, very, very friendly, and Oliver we used to have sleepovers, and Oliver would beat the shit out of me. I'd go home crying. That was about it.
Would you like?
That was my childhood. Lloyd Kaufman.
How were your experiences working on the films Rocky and Saturday Night Fever?
Well, on Rocky, actually, a little-known fact, but Rocky, I was in charge of organizing the Philadelphia part of Rocky, and they didn't have enough money to bring a fancy union crew to Philadelphia from Los Angeles. So John Avildsen and Stallone convinced the producers to let John direct some days in Philadelphia. And we used the non-union crew that had made Cry Uncle, which John Avildsen directed, which Trauma Entertainment distributes. So they're the ones who shot all that Philadelphia stuff. And it was shot like a low-budget Trauma movie. And if you get the new box set for Rocky, there's my home movies are on it. And John Avildsen, edited them down to about 8 minutes, and we wrote a script, and then we narrated. It was pretty interesting.
That's awesome. Do you have a reaction on the Museum of Modern Arts selecting Return to Nukem High as part of their Contender series?
When I heard that, the reaction was I shit my pants. And it was diarrhea. I was so surprised. But what an honor. What an honor.
That's awesome. Yeah, congratulations. Do you have any comments on James Gunn, your protege's recent success with Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, I approve. It's okay. James asked me about it, and, he checks with me on it. No, I'm joking. The reason he's doing well is he does not check with me. But I was very honored to have a 2-second cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy. And I am now known more for the 2 seconds in Guardians of the Galaxy than for my 50 years of making movies. So, how cool is that?
That is cool. It's an obvious question, but did you ever think the Toxic Avenger would become as big as he did?
Yes, I did. I really, every time I make a film, every Troma movie, I believe, is a great film, and in a fair world would be a huge success. And I still hope every time we release a movie that somehow the magic will occur in spite of the fact that we don't really have distribution. But it doesn't. And I would like to blow my fucking brains out. Other than that, I'm a very happy man. By the way, Troma has a channel on YouTube, Troma Movies, and you should subscribe, Troma Movies. Please subscribe, and 250 free movies. Every day we put up new videos. There's cartoons, all sorts of lessons from my books. Troma Movies on YouTube, subscribe, and it's free.
I just want you bringing up cartoons. How did the Toxic Crusaders come about?
The Toxic Crusaders came about because the toy company that made Ninja Turtles wanted to do an environmental toy.
Oh, really?
And they obviously had not seen the movie. Somehow we have this Toxic Crusaders for little tykes, little kiddies.
Yeah, my original question was phrased, I believe, who watched the Toxic Avenger and said, I think I want to sell this to children?
I don't think anybody did. I think that's the problem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike, Lee. It's really good to meet you.
So Lloyd Kaufman, man, that was awesome.
Definitely.
I think he fits our show. I would interview him every time I saw him.
I wish we can have him guest.
Honestly, that was after we did that interview. I said to Joe, I would love to somehow get in with him and just do an episode where the three of us watch something like Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. Is it Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving. Yeah. And just watch all that together and just his commentary is so fucking funny. Like he's so sharp on those jokes.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know shit about interviewing. This is the first time I ever interviewed anyone, and he just he made you feel so comfortable. Like it was just fun.
Probably the best first interview you could have.
Yeah.
Especially because you hear these nightmare stories about interviews.
Yeah. And especially since I grew up watching the Toxic Avenger.
It's actually why we didn't ask Doug Bradley for an interview. I've watched enough Doug Bradley interviews online to know to stay the fuck away. Because he's not going to like anything I have to say. Hey, Doug, why'd you make The Last Four? Why, Doug? Why, Doug? I
would ask them why they thought the one where Pinhead's like in the internet was a good idea. Maybe next time I'm just going to yell it at him and see if I can, and then we're gonna see if we can record a response.
He's very upset that they're like remaking it.
I mean, I guess I don't blame
I
him.
think he's upset that no one called him
for the new one.
Yeah.
Well, he's done, 10 of them?
He's so old now. Honestly, when I see him, I'm like, I can't believe he made one in like 2010.
I know, I agree.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying like he's like horrifying looking, but Pinhead always had that like super svelte, like tight jawline look. Like there was a look to Pinhead, and it's not my grandpa. My grandpa in white makeup.
Right.
Pins all over his head. But
I mean, I can't believe he made one after Hell on Earth, but
it's wild.
And that was what, 1990?
Yeah. But Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah.
No, that was awesome. It was a pleasure to talk to him. I love that interview.
Yeah, I know he'll never listen to this, but thanks, Lloyd.
No, yeah. Thank you very much, Lloyd. We really appreciate it. And like he said, check out Troma and their YouTube page. It is absolutely awesome. They have this kabuki cocktail hour that cracks me up. It's ridiculous.
We should revisit Troma sometime on the show.
Man, there is so much to talk about in Troma. So much to talk about. You know what? And the passion where he started talking about those movies and how he thinks every release is going to be the next one.
Yeah.
Is so fucking awesome. Like the dude's 72.
Yeah, he genuinely cares about his craft.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
And he just loves doing it.
Yeah.
And he just wants to just keep doing it. And it was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And so cool. And then after that, we ate some hot dogs,
Oh man,
which
was
Joe
I fucking sick?
and I told Joe, I said these are undercooked.
Sean's exact
botulism
words
dogs.
to me were, "Hey, eat this if you want to get botulism," and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm hungry."
Oh, you too.
Man, I paid.
Yeah, Joe got food poisoning.
Not a
on the
fun
way
car
home.
ride home.
No, it was pretty bad.
I may be banned from using all New York public restrooms.
Sorry, New York. Sorry. Imagine if like one of our listeners is like the janitor and is like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my god.
And leaves us like terrible iTunes reviews. You son of a bitch.
Fucking hilarious.
That would be awesome. That would honestly make my day. Speaking of make my day, we get to talk to Felissa Rose.
Yeah. What a happy person.
She is insanely happy.
Yeah.
Talks to every one of her fans for a very long time.
She really does.
I'll be honest, if I ever got famous, you fuckers, you're going to have to fight through security to even look at me.
Nice.
It'll be like the time I met Rikishi, the wrestler, and we had to hand our thing that we want autographed to a security guard who handed it to him. He signed it, handed it to another security guard on the opposite side of the table where we walked, and they handed it to us.
That's insane.
And we like waved to him. How fucking nuts is that? But that's what I would do, 100%. Make my loyal fans just wave
Wave
to
from
me
a distance
afar.
and charge them $50.
But not Felissa. She's absolutely awesome. And she gave us a pretty awesome interview. And again, Joe's interview skills are top notch.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, they are. They're really good. And so Felissa Rose, star of Sleepaway Camp, some other stuff. no, glowing review. All right, guys. Here's our interview with Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp.
This is Joe here. I'm here with Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, better known as Angela. Felissa, I actually met you when I was 19, and I just want to tell you, you were one of like the most humblest, nicest people. I met you at Chiller Fango Theater, and now we're here again. So, yeah. I hope you don't mind answering just a few quick questions. I'll start with the obvious one. Do you have a favorite anecdote while filming Sleepaway Camp?
Oh, wow. I'd have to say, the entire time we were there was just an amazing experience. And probably like my most fun story that I really had is John Dunn, who plays Kenny. He became my best friend, which is odd. He was like a 17-year-old guy. And once we wrapped, we stayed in touch, and I invited him to stay over my house. My parents were like, "Are you kidding? He has to go home." And I put him in my closet. I was 13, and he slept in my closet the whole night. And we pretended he came over the house the next day when he came out. So John Dunn came out of the closet.
That is awesome. No. Did you receive any negative backlash because of the controversial ending at such a young age?
No, nothing. Everybody was so supportive. I mean, it's surprising that it did come out in '83, and it was just like people love that ending and love the story and watch it over and over, and it's been nothing but support. And I'm happy for that because I think that that movie speaks to so many social commentaries today, bullying, transgender, a lot. It brings up a lot of hot topics, and it's really cool because, we should be open and aware and support each other and not judge. That's my whole thing. Let's just enjoy each other. We're here for a short time, and I'm all about the love. As cheesy as it sounds, that's my motto.
Wow, that's great.
So as a 13-year-old girl, that didn't have any effect on you? Because I'll be honest, in my situation, if I filmed a scene like that where I had another person's parts, I would have been eaten alive at school and killed.
It's funny because I really didn't receive anything other than major love and support. There was zero, and I guess it speaks volumes about hopefully the people that support the movie. They just loved it and didn't have anything negative to say.
That's cool.
It's great.
Thank you.
Do you mind talking about your experience at acting school with Adam Sandler, and have you stayed in touch with him at all since he got big after Saturday Night Live?
Oh, Adam Sandler we lived in the same dorm, and he was just as cool as he is, or as you imagine in the movies. Like, he would be in his room. His roommate was Tim Herlihy, who's his writing partner. He would play his guitar and, chill out. And I felt like he was a movie star even then. Like, you could kind of tell his energy was big and he was hilarious. And then I got to do an MTV show with him called the Party Line series, and we filmed an episode together. And I don't know, he was just really amazing. I never kept in touch with him, but it was cool to say that he's part of my history. So.
I hear he's doing all right.
Yeah. I hear he's all right. He's doing okay. His career's all right.
Yeah. Working the same.
Yeah. He did. Okay.
Fucking Slayer. Can we talk about that music video?
We can fucking talk about Slayer all day long.
And when did Tom Array grow that insane fucking beard?
Right? Dude, first of all, I can't go on enough about how happy I was to have gotten that job. It was like, I've been friends with Gerardo Martinez, who's the label's manager, for a long time. He called me and said, hey, I know you work for Carol Co., you produce movies, we kind of want to do a horror thing. What do you think? I was like, sign me up yesterday. Like, I'm in. And then we met with a few directors, and we chose B.J. McDonald, who shot Hatchet 3. He directed Hatchet 3. He's the most talented. Can I curse?
Yeah, fuck.
He's the most talented motherfucker. Like, I mean, this is my man. Like, the unbelievable. My business partner, Harrison Smith, who's directed fucking amazing Camp Dread and Zombie Killers in the Fields and 6 Degrees of Hell. But BJ did Slayer and did a fucking brilliant job, and I'm so proud of it. And it was a set where we're in prison, and it was crazy, and we had Derek Mears and Tyler Mane and fucking Danny Trejo and Vernon Wells and Sean Whalen and like Tony Moran. All my boys came, and it was a loving set. Like, for all the brutality, everybody's like decapitated, being killed. It was fun.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun.
It was fucking fun. 2 days and being with Slayer. Like, I was on clouds. As you could tell.
I can tell, yeah. She's very excited.
I'm a huge Slayer fan. And then you're like producing their video. Knock, knock. How does that happen? It's like weird.
Yeah, congrats. It was awesome.
Thank you. Did you like it?
I loved it.
It was nuts. And Tom Aray's beard was crazy. I didn't know what to be more disturbed by, like all the violence or Tom Aray's beard, because it was out of control.
It was.
Totally.
Now, sticking with the music's theme, I once read that if you were to bring 5 albums to a desert island, you said you would bring Metallica's Black Album, and I was wondering if you were sure you didn't mean Ride the Lightning.
Is this a trick question? No, I'm positive.
I like the Black Album.
I do too. I
love
really
it.
do. I'm a huge fan of Metallica, so I could bring, But now I'd be bringing Slayer's Repentless.
Hell yeah.
That fucking album is amazing, and it hit yesterday. Go get it, because it fucking they're the best.
The best.
Cool. Do you have anything
Oh
else?
my god! I produced the album. No, I did not. No, just doing the video.
Awesome. Do you have anything you want to plug or anything like that?
Yeah, Harrison and I, did a movie called Camp Dread, and then we did a movie. We went on. This has Eric Roberts, Danielle Harris, who I'm madly in love
great,
with,
yeah.
both of them. Then we did Zombie Killers, which is incredible, a great zombie movie and it's not about the zombies, it's about the characters.
Good.
She's really good.
And it has a great cast: Billy Zane and Dee Wallace and Misha Barton and so many incredible.
That's awesome.
Brian Anthony Wilson, great people. And now Harrison just adapted Adrienne Barbeau's novel Love Bites into a brilliant, gritty, raw, sexy screenplay. It's Love Bites, but we've retitled it to Vain. We just got a director, and we're off and running. We're going to be filming. So yeah, I love producing now. This is my partner.
It's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Another pleasure to talk to. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
No. And,
I have a feeling our week, well, I shouldn't say week. Your interview skills are very good, but my weak stomach for being insulted will prevent us from ever trying to aggressively get a good guest. I'll just be like, let's just keep getting Felissa and Lloyd. Is that guy smiling? Yeah, I'll talk to him too. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't picked up by now, Sean does not
I don't like
want any negative remarks towards us.
No negative vibes. It's not even about us. I just
In
can't
general.
take the criticism. In general, I'm a pretty sensitive soul. That's good. We're going on a weird topic. But Felissa Rose, so good. What an awesome interview. That Slayer video was awesome.
Yeah, well, it definitely was.
Me and Joe were talking. I hadn't watched an actual full music video in so long prior to that. And it was great.
Yeah.
And
It was pretty brutal.
I can't believe that no kid didn't give her shit.
About the role of Angela.
Dude, I would have been hung out to dry. But
I would have been not allowed to see that movie.
I guess maybe that's part of the thing, right? Like, no kid actually saw it, so they couldn't make fun of her. But in today's age, it would be like on Vine.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be like,
unfriended.
look at our classmate's dick. It's real.
Yeah.
But then again, that was a pretty insensitive scene. I don't think there will be another film like it.
No, there won't be.
It is crazy that they did that. I also think it's crazy that a man.
This is very spoiler heavy, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is super spoiler heavy. If you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp,
It's already too late. We've already ruined it. And
do it. I'll superimpose this before it. If you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp, just watch it. First of all, it's everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's one of those movies you can watch for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And no one gives a shit about. I don't know why, but
so many movies like that on YouTube.
It's weird.
Pretty much all creature features that I've watched.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't believe that they hired a guy to wear an Angela mask. To wear a mask of Felissa.
Or did they? Felissa.
We're looking at you. No, you have some beautiful kids. I don't doubt that you're a woman. That would also be super illegal. She was just 13. So that's that.
Yeah.
That was Scaricon. Overall, besides the 4-hour drive, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Those interviews were worth it.
Besides the botulism.
Oh, yeah. Joe had an even worse experience than I did. I was just tired and just couldn't wait to get home. But hopefully we do some more stuff like that. I don't know if we'll do it a lot. So
yeah, I would love
if you
to.
If you hate this episode, don't worry about it. Probably won't happen that often.
I would love to get some interviews at the Chiller Theater.
What I'd like to do is if we do the interviews, I'd like to do an episode on one of their movies and then play the interview within that episode.
Yeah. It's a learning experience. We never did this before.
No, we never did. And I think those interviews are pretty fucking
I'm
good.
still tripping off the fact that I got to ask some questions and they weren't like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you?
Like there wasn't even a second guess.
Yeah.
There was just like, oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, let's do it.
What? Why? No, you're supposed to say no.
Yeah. Like, how dare you talk to me?
How dare you talk to me? How dare I talk to you, Lloyd? You don't deserve this. I gotta go. But they were awesome. They were absolutely awesome. And check out everything that they plugged. And I honestly want to talk to both of them again.
Yeah.
They're both so cool.
No doubt.
So that's it. Guys, October is our next episode.
Yes.
It's very
Best
special
month of the year.
Very special month for horror fans. A super special month for me. I'm so excited. I'm also drunk right now. So super excited. But of course, we wait till the last minute to do everything, including planning the biggest month of I mean, any horror podcasts, right? Like,
yeah, you know, some
you just got to be on fucking.
Some
point
have
for
these
October.
plans like years in advance.
And by the way, I've been thinking about this for like 3 months and literally wrote this down today, what we were going to do. And we're still not sure. Nothing is finalized. So get ready to not hear what I'm about to tell you. No, but we asked you guys first. We put out some posts asking the listeners what they thought we should do. Got some good stuff. I really wish we could do them all. I wish somebody was paying us enough to do 2 shows a week. because I would totally do that. I would love to just do everything. So we got some ideas that were awesome. Brian J says, go old school 80s slasher countdown.
I like it.
That's so good. That's so good. Reminds me of Monster Vision when they did all the Friday the 13th from dusk till dawn, Halloween night.
Yeah.
So fucking awesome.
Best.
I would love to do that. Man, imagine doing a podcast for like 6 hours.
It would be longer than that.
Yeah. Like
Wait. So he's suggesting actually just doing the countdown? Like
no, he's not. I mean, I'm sure he's being more realistic. I'm just thinking. I'm sure he does not want to listen to that.
We just live talk every Friday the 13th movie.
It's so unrealistic.
Until the series ends.
Like really, Joe Bob, like Joe Bob had the right gig because he literally it was an hour each show or 2 hours each show, and he probably had 20-30 minutes
of talk time.
time. Yeah, it's pretty. That's a nice gig. Mike H says, do a specific series retrospective for each episode. Talk about the ups and downs of each of the major franchises you can fit in. If it's 4, do Friday the 13th for 1, Nightmare on Elm Street for another, Halloween for the 3rd, and round it off with a list of the best movies to marathon on Halloween. Or alternatively, you could focus on retrospectives for the filmographies of the horror greats. By the way, as I get more drunk, I can read better.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Clear as day.
I do kind of like that idea of choosing a series.
It's great. I always worry about doing too much. Like, for instance, I was thinking about the Halloween movies, obviously, for October. I was like, haven't we talked about a bunch of these? I was like, oh yeah, for the Jamie Lee.
Yeah, we did.
For the Jamie Lee, which by the way, we could totally go into those movies a lot more. But I
don't really want to.
I don't want to. Well, I don't want to go
especially
into
the resurrection
ones.
and the.
I don't want to go into the good ones.
I don't want to revisit those ones.
Yeah. No, I do. No, I don't. I don't want to rewatch it, I guess.
Watch Busta Rhymes talk to himself for 5 fucking minutes while he's watching it. Dude, do you remember Busta Rhymes is watching that commercial and he's just telling you what's happening in the commercial, but he's by himself, so he's just telling us, the viewer, what he's watching, even though we can see what he's watching.
Remember when LL Cool J
gets shot in the face?
Gets shot in the face and lived to tell about it? Yeah, I remember
just has like one Band-Aid on his head.
It's like a bandage wrapped around his head, but there's only like the smallest blood droplet.
He is dead. There's no way he survived that.
But even worse, how about LL just playing like just a terrible trope black guy in a horror movie? Like, embarrassing.
It was just a stereotype.
It was a stereotype. Yeah. That was the word I was looking for. Absolutely embarrassing. What was he? He was like an erotic writer. He wrote like erotic fiction, and he's like reading it to his wife. He's like, "Baby, why don't you respect me?" Like, what? He's a security guard writing erotic
right.
fiction.
He's also a terrible security guard.
Oh, the worst. The worst. I mean, I'm pretty sure Michael Myers walks through the gate.
Yeah. Actually, in fact, every problem in that movie has happened because he's so inept at his job at being a security guard.
Because he's so worried about his erotic novel.
On that campus. He's so bad.
Oh my God. That's so funny. That was... the only reason I would like to talk about that movie again is because I'd like to go into... Because I remember how big they were promoting that at the time. I mean, you're talking about that was like the height of like TRL and stuff. So that was like their main promotion, like the MTV era. So like there was a lot of cheesy promotion, and I'd love to get into, I'd love to find every commercial or like every LL Cool J interview where he's like, "You're going to love this movie. You're going to love my part." No, we're not. It was awful. Lorena V, our new buddy.
Yeah.
Props, hey. Lorena.
What's up?
What up, dog? I use dog a lot now.
Yeah, why?
Why
does that happen?
I respect Randy Jackson.
The guy from Idol?
Oh, yeah.
Never seen it.
Were you aware that he was in Journey?
Yeah, he's a bass player.
Am I the only
But he wasn't like original lineup. He
Am
was
I
just
the
like
only one that didn't know that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, everyone I've talked to has been like, yes, of course I knew that. Why else was he on the show?
Right.
And I did not know. Lorena V, not Randy Jackson, wrote us and said, since Halloween brings out the kid in all of us, maybe you guys could do an episode on kids in horror movies. Great chance to talk about some oldies like Monster Squad and It, and touch on some newer ones like Insidious and The Visit.
That those are considered oldies now.
Right?
Like when you said we could talk about oldies, I was thinking the Bad Seed from 1955
right?
or whatever.
Ooh, that's weird that we
Monster
think that
Squad.
shit's old.
Yeah.
But we were probably exposed a little younger.
Right.
Bad Seed was one of my first ones too. I know your mom showed you that.
I love Bad Seed. I can still hum you that piano song that she plays.
And she says, or on some newer ones like Insidious and The Visit, which I surprisingly enjoyed. Hey, so did I. Oh, and maybe mention the movies that had the balls to kill kids in the movie.
All right.
Not a bad suggestion. I actually kind of like that. And that's kind of, I think where we're going with this is,
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead's the answer to everything. No, but, these Halloween movies, I think sometimes people get, when you see some Halloween lists, part of the fun of choosing a Halloween movie is being accessible. Not just, you don't just watch the best ones. Like, I don't know if Suspiria is a Halloween movie for me.
Oh, God, yeah.
You think it is?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think. But there's a lot of movies that aren't Halloween to me. And, you know, it's just to me, it's got to be accessible where everyone, because Halloween's always the holiday where people that don't watch horror movies are all of a sudden like, I'm going to watch a horror movie. What should I watch?
It really is. Yeah.
And you're like, I'll tell you what to watch.
Exactly.
And you got to pick something that's accessible to them. So I think that's a kind of cool idea. I also think it's a cool idea to do the kid thing. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I like it. Watch Village of the Damned.
Monster Squad is so
Monster
good.
Squad.
I remember Monster Squad kind of blew up again recently,
Pet
right?
Cemetery.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
No one talked about that for the longest time. I was like the only person that knew about that movie.
Yeah, it has made a resurgence.
It's really
I think
weird.
maybe because it finally got like a proper DVD
Release.
and Blu-ray
That's
release.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me forever I had the shittiest quality. I used to rent it, so I never actually owned it. And then in my teenage years, I was able to find it through some download site, and it was the worst quality I'd ever seen in my life. It would be pitiful now. I don't know why I don't own that. Brooke K, fantastic suggestions all. Oh, well, I don't need to read that. Brooke K. Brooke K. she's Brooke K is a good fan. Brooke K, gotta say for personal reasons, the retrospective idea is awesome. Really want to hear your feedback on a few more classic movies, guys. So she agreed with our other buddy that wanted us to go through the classics and do those. So that's probably what we should do, but we're not.
So thanks for your suggestions.
Fun fact.
Go fuck yourselves.
No, we do appreciate these, and we honestly took them into consideration. And honestly, it might change and we might do them. Because now I'm like second guessing everything because I'm drunk. Mr. Tufsky, another awesome fan who does a lot. He says, I always...
What a review of him. Cool guy, does a lot.
No, he does a lot. He likes a lot of our stuff. He's never really like sent us anything. I don't think. I don't remember. I always loved watching the Garfield Halloween. Props, man. Me too. On our old podcast, we did an episode dedicated to it. It was terrible. Probably because the show was so good. And the Halloween Tree, which I've never seen. When I was younger. Oh my God. I have to start that over.
Wait, the Halloween Tree?
Yeah.
Was that the Ray Bradbury story?
I don't know.
Based on it?
Probably.
I haven't seen it. I love the story though.
Oh, really? Now, every Halloween, I try and watch 31 horror movies in October.
I want to do that too.
Dude, I'll tell you about that. My favorites include Night of the Demons, The Burning, Halloween, The Thing, Chopping Mall, Frankenhooker, and Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, Mr. Tufsky probably did not like my review of Bride of Frankenstein then. Because I fucking hated that.
We can't please them all, Sean.
Actually, no. I'm lying. I didn't mind that movie. But I guess I just didn't realize.
Yeah, your argument was she's not a good creature and that it's not a love story.
Oh my God. I get infuriated now every time I see a heart with those two in it.
Yeah.
They fucking hated each other so much. Yeah, I have 2 of those Funko Pop toys on my dresser. I should probably just put them on opposite sides. People would be like, that's very weird. Those are all great movies. Frankenhooker, again, I think it was like the first movie that Joe and I agreed on that we like both were like, this movie is fucking awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like that we hadn't seen since we were super young. And we're like, well, I mean, 90% of the movies we watch were like, okay, what are we getting into? Like, I loved it as a kid, but let's talk about it now.
Yeah.
Most of the time we're like, and one of us likes it, one of us doesn't. But Frankenhooker was just so damn good.
Yeah, it's a great
Genuinely
October
enjoyed it.
movie.
It really is. That's a good one. What else did he say? Oh yeah, he said
I really want to try to do that this year though. Watch 31 movies.
dude, it's tough. I mean, I was.
It is.
I think the most I've gotten to, if you check out my Letterboxd account, Robots Ate Me. My best month was, I don't even know. I think January, because we were doing best movie.
Yeah.
We were talking about the best movies of 2014. And I think I got to 28. And I mean, I was trying hard. And me and my wife tried it one year and we got really close. But as soon as you get backed up, then it's like, well, we got to do like 4 movies today. So are you ready for that? And it's like, no, I want to go do something.
Right.
Because I think part of the problem too is in October, you just want to like go do October stuff.
Yeah, you want to go to haunted trails and haunted houses and shit.
Do everything. Yeah. One last one. No, 2 last ones. I did not write this person's name down. What a jerk. I'm sorry, whoever this is. Every Halloween, I marathon all the classics. Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Omen, The Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Other must-watch films include Jacob's Ladder, The Changeling, Pet Sematary. I could go on forever. Pet Sematary is one of my absolute all-time favorite Halloween movies.
I think Pet Sematary is a seminal Halloween movie. I've been watching that yearly since probably the 5th grade. Every year,
funny.
like it's always like within a week before of actual Halloween, sometime in that time frame. I always put it on.
Yeah, and that person was Jenny Pina on Instagram, Pina. Pet Sematary is so damn good, though. I remember.
It's funny because it's actually not a very good, well-made movie.
You don't think so?
No, it's actually quite terrible.
But why do I enjoy it?
That's what I'm saying. I love it.
enjoy it from like. There's not a moment in that movie where I'm like, eh.
I love it.
I mean, except for what's that character?
Zelda?
Oh my god,
Disgusting.
that might be the most terrifying thing in a movie, right?
It 100% is. Was she in her bed making those?
Oh my god, that was so depressing. Also, a kid dies in it, so maybe that's the best of all worlds for everyone. For our buddy that wants to talk about children dying. Yeah, Pet Sematary. I love that movie so much. I can't wait to watch it. And the Ramones song.
Great song.
Top notch?
Great song.
Top notch. I mean,
that might be a top 10 Ramon song for me.
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's probably even higher. I mean, I'm not a huge Ramones fan. I like a lot of their stuff, but I mean, when you heard one, you've heard them all. But at least Pet Sematary. I mean, they're literally.
That's not a lie. I guess.
Sheena as a Punk is basically every song.
And Beat on the Brat.
Yeah, it's every song.
It's the same 4 chords.
Yeah. It's
I fucking love the Ramones.
But Pet Sematary is fucking awesome. I'd love to sing right now, but I don't want to embarrass myself. But an awesome movie. And to the fact that the fact that Stephen King was like, yeah, I'm going to put a Ramones song at the end of this. It completely doesn't make any sense at the end of this, but it's going in. Like, it's so good. I watch the credits until that song ends.
One day you want to just get drunk and just sing for the entire podcast? Ramones songs?
Absolutely. People would be so mad.
just 45 minutes.
She was a punk. Aye. Oh,
oh man.
Oh, we could probably pay Dee Dee like $20 to come on here. Is that the only living one?
Dead as shit.
Who's the living one?
It's Marky, but he's not even original.
Oh, those poor Ramones. Worse than the Kennedys.
Marky sells good barbecue sauce though.
Perfect. He's like, oh my God, I'm not even going to get into it. So that's it. Those were our, that's not it. Those were our ideas for October. We appreciate you all for sending them in. Those were awesome. But now it's time to talk about what October holds. We're going to have 5 special episodes for you, including some bonuses. We'll get to that after this. So next week, is it already next week? Wow. Fuck. We have to record again next week. Next week. No, I'm super thrilled, guys. I love this podcast. We want you guys to send in. You have 7 days. You and a friend. You're taking a vacation. Fuck work. Fuck your children.
What?
Fuck your families. They're gone. Just you and a bunch of friends. Hold up. What are the 7 movies you watch every day to get yourself amped up for Halloween? We want to know your Halloween playlist. What do you do? It's not the best movie. Could probably be the worst movies. Probably. Odds are. But what are the ones you watch to get yourself that just hype you up so much for Halloween that you're like, it's official. It's Halloween season.
Yeah.
We want to know. Send them to us. We'll be talking about your playlist. We'll be talking about our playlists, and we'll be discussing them next week. The week after that, what do you think? Open submission? Let people decide what we do?
Yeah. Tell us what to do for the next week.
Tell us what to do. I'll post some
Even though they
ideas.
clearly just did.
They did tell us, and we're not listening. So pick something better. But some of the suggestions were on there. Some of the other emails we got that we didn't get a chance to read. But some of our ideas were The Exorcist 2, Night of the Demons.
No, okay. That was never my idea.
That was
And
my
It will
idea.
never be my idea to watch Exorcist 2.
The House is October Built, Trick or Treat from 1986.
Okay.
Satan's Little Helper, and All Hallows Eve. Oh, and no, not that one. I'm kind of leaning towards Trick or Treat also. We might just do that. But send us what you think.
Yeah, not even the good Trick or Treat, the one with Ozzy and Gene
No, the
Simmons.
worst one.
Yeah.
The worst one. That'll make everyone throw up. Next episode, Under Wraps.
Fuck yes.
A Disney classic.
That is my suggestion.
Next one, Halloween 3.
I love it. I think it's a
Do you
great
like
Halloween
it?
movie.
I like it too.
Like I mean,
I hope we
not
can
Halloween
talk
movie
about it.
as in the series, but like, I think it's a great seasonal movie.
What a weird thing that they did with that movie, though.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane. Absolutely nuts. It's essentially the opposite of Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah.
Like Friday the 13th had the first one, and they were like, oh, people are going nutty over this Jason character.
Yeah. But Halloween's like, everyone loves Michael Myers. Let's kick him the fuck out of this franchise.
Out of here. You're gone. So weird. And then we are going to release a very special Saturday episode on Halloween Day. And we are going to talk about, to me, as a kid, it meant Halloween was here. Like, it didn't mean Halloween was here because it usually didn't come out that early, I don't think. But it was just the icing on the cake. Like, it was just like one of those perks of Halloween. And that is Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah. And now it comes out after Halloween, which is
Oh,
bullshit.
does it?
Yeah, it comes out in like November.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. That shouldn't be happening. But what an awesome, clearly Halloween fan, or clearly horror fans writing these episodes. I mean,
Oh, yeah, all the throwbacks to all the
rewatching
movies.
them when you're older, you just realize not just every concept is a throwback, but like every
Scene's a throwback,
every little detail is a throwback.
Each segment's like based on a classic movie.
And even under each segment is like there's these tropes.
Oh, yeah, there's
in
layers.
Each one.
Layers
It's
to each
so
one. Yeah,
crazy.
it's great.
And I think it's a true tribute to the season, and I think it's a true tribute to horror movies.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what we're doing for Halloween. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I love you still. I love you so much. But that's it, guys. That's your Halloween show or your October shows coming up. If you want to see something real bad, let us know. We'll be happy to do them. except for the ones we talked about. Again, I'm so sorry. Thank you guys all so much again. We really appreciate it. As always, we'd like to thank Harley Poe for allowing us to use the song Gorehound off the album Pagan Holiday. You can find him at harleypoe.com and facebook.com/harleypoe. I'm on Twitter at I Hate Horror Show.
I'm at JoV421.
Find us at facebook.com/I Hate Horror. And what else are we on now? We're on Tumblr, Instagram.
What the fuck's Periscope?
We're nationwide. Periscope is a live video thing that we're going to start doing soon.
All right, cool. I saw Jeff the Drunk was doing it.
Well, don't watch that.
But it was just him,
super
like-
sad. Super fucking
Just
sad.
him like doing laundry and yelling at himself.
Yeah. So it's live. It like integrates with Twitter heavily. So like in Periscope, I can see my Twitter friends who use Periscope.
So we're going to start doing that?
Yeah, we are. I've seen people do it for their shows. So you could actually watch us record live, which might be a disaster for our fans.
Yeah, don't do that.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
But speaking of Periscope, actually, I'll do one more plug. Box Brown. I think his website's boxbrown.com, but just Google him. Artist, just did our new album artwork for the show, and it is so fucking good.
I love it.
We'll probably have some t-shirts with the design coming out soon. I don't know if it's going to be on this episode live yet, but we'll have posted the artwork by then. So check out our social media and you'll see the new logo. So cool. New York Times bestseller designing our logo
It's nuts.
on Fangoria Podcast Network.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We're not worthy. And final announcement, check out our social media links. We are now, we're on patreon.com. I don't know if there's an address. Just check our social media links. I'll post it. I don't know if we get like a custom address or what. But we're on Patreon. The show, how do we phrase this? We're not begging for money, but it helps. With the servers, the amount of traffic we're getting now is crazy. The new equipment, we just bought a new microphone to help with the quality. So hopefully you're not like the quality is terrible. Cause it's a brand new microphone that I just paid too much for. But patreon.com is to help alleviate it. It's basically a tip. You put in any amount you want and, you donate. It would be like an automatic donation every episode that we release.
Yeah.
Just go to patreon.com and you can see it, but it's basically a donation / subscription service. But what we're offering is in return for that generous donation, we don't care how much it is. You're going to be getting a lot of exclusive content. We'll be sending you stickers. We'll be sending you bonus episodes, which is what we're talking about. We're going to have a Wes Craven tribute, which is a horrible, horrible tribute, but a great episode. Very funny. And in October, we're going to have some bonus episodes we're going to be talking about the AMC Fear Fest, going over that we have planned. Ernest Scared Stupid, if you're interested in hearing that.
Yeah, I can't fucking
I
wait
should
for
probably
that one.
not promote this with Ernest Scared Stupid, but oh well. But you're going to have access to these new bonus episodes only through the Patreon page. But we'd appreciate the help. Anything you guys can do. And if you can't, honestly, we're just happy that you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes.
Yeah.
That's really what we're happy for. But if you have the money to help us kick in a few bucks, we'd really appreciate it. It just helps us. And there's a lot of tiers that are going on. Some of the tiers you're just going to get free. The first shirt we release free, which will be very soon, and all that. We got a lot of big plans. So check out the Patreon page for more information there. And that's really it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for listening. Rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Can't wait to start October.
Fuck yeah.
It's going to be so good. So good. All right. For Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
I'm a
When we're gonna start our Ramones podcast? It's just us recreating
Right now.
Ramones songs.
50, 30, 30. Shit, I was a punk.
Oh yeah. Beat on the bat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah.
I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery.
I don't wanna be a pinhead no more.
What are their famous ones? I don't even.
We're a happy family. We're a happy family.
We're making them sound tone deaf, but it's like so.
Oh, they are.